bring the energy, bring the vibes. I'm talking to you right now.
I thought you were about to say... Like,
I'm also talking to myself. I'm trying to get myself pumped up.
Sounded like you were trying to go for like a
Feel the rhythm.
We are the Jamaican bobsled team.
Okay, welcome back. Another episode of For What It's Worth. This is going to be more of like the traditional sit down kind of video. We do also have the next little like fun challenge game, whatever you want to call it, planned too. I think we might record that. But so glad to see that you guys liked that. Part 1 and part 2. We had lots of fun with it. Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun to make.
All right, Christopher, what are we talking about today?
Well, your energy is pretty high, which is good.
It's my half calf.
It's good.
Not full decaf.
But we are going to be talking about something serious.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yes.
So, quick little overview. We went on a trip to Minnesota with the girls.
Second road trip.
Alyssa and the boys and John. So we'll talk about that. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about and get your take on about the differences between raising a baby one at a time versus multiples, and just my observations on how there's a lot of similarities, but it's a totally different experience.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about some of that.
Okay. Yeah, because it was your first time.
Yeah. We can talk, I mean, that'll probably blend into our talk about some parenting hardships that we've been facing recently.
Yeah.
Just to put it out, we're not, put it out there, we're not complaining.
It just is reality.
It's our reality right now, and I know other people are experiencing stuff very similar.
You always feel like you have to preface, though.
Try to be, yeah, exactly. It is a purely relatable way. So not complaining, it's just fun to talk about. Mm-hmm. We have some candy updates, announcements for Worth It, so stay tuned for that. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get a little bit serious.
Yeah.
So,
first off, Minnesota.
Yeah. I was going to outline what we're going to talk about. Do you want me to?
No.
Or should we just wait? We're going to get serious about what's going on in this country as a whole, not focusing on the bad. There's a lot of bad out there.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on what we might be able to do.
Yeah.
To within ourselves, within our families, our close circle, to be a shining light.
Yes, okay.
Amongst the seemingly endless darkness.
Yes.
That is around us. So,
okay.
So stay tuned for that, because I have I think, 2 pieces of really solid advice that you can implement, if you haven't already, for yourself, that will give you and your people around you a better outlook on everything.
Okay.
What's going on. So
we'll get there.
And then we got some book club stuff. So we'll see how long this is going to be.
Okay. All right. Minnesota. We left, this was now over a week ago. We left Thursday night, drove through the night, got there early Friday morning at like 7. It was an 11-and-a-half-hour drive.
Well, I'll stop you right there. Just to say, driving through the night is the answer.
Is elite.
Will always be the answer. It is just so superior to, and this is right.
As long as you can do it safely.
As long as you can do it safely. Which that means I need
caffeine, sunflower seeds,
candy, and audiobook. And I'm good. I can do 10 hours overnight, no problem, and a nap.
Yeah.
Before. Mm-hmm. So as long as I have those things, I am rock solid. But yeah, so driving through the night, elite. I would like to know.
If you do road trips, how you do them?
Yeah.
We always grew up driving through the night, but I think the entire time. My mom did it where like we would go to bed, we'd wake up at like
3.
I think like 2, around 2, something like that. So like my mom had gotten some sleep. She also had time to pack up at night when the kids were not bothering her.
Yeah.
yeah, so then you were still driving a good portion of the day. Like we would always drive to Florida. But we always did that.
Yeah. We tried that once, and it was a disaster for us.
Oh, yeah, you said Matthew didn't sleep.
For whatever reason. No, Matthew, when we were going out, Matthew would stay up most of the night.
Oh, anyway.
Like a challenge to himself anyways. But no, it was more just than the trip, like what's going on in the car. We hit a bunch of traffic.
Oh yeah, that definitely plays a huge role. Depending, like you have to plan out, like okay, what time if we leave now, when are we going to be going through Atlanta, for example?
Like Cincinnati
first, yeah,
and then like
that's the tough thing with Cincinnati. You can hit like the morning traffic.
But
anyway.
But yeah, another thing about driving the night, there's little to no traffic. Mm-hmm. So. Okay.
So anyway, the
go for it.
Drive went well. Girls did great. Mm-hmm. Like, and when I say great, I did not get much sleep on the way there because it was like Avery does a great job falling asleep immediately. We took our new car, which has screens in it. Well, we made it very clear that we're only having those on for like long road trips and stuff. So we let Emmy...
Because Avery also is still facing rear, so she can't see.
She doesn't see the screen. But we told Emmy... You can watch a movie, and then once the movie is done, we're going to turn you around because we have the even flow revolve, and it lays down like perfect for the car to sleep in. She did great with that. Mm-hmm. But then it was like they just kind of kept taking turns. Like, obviously, you wake up, and they both move a lot in their sleep. You wake up wanting to roll over, and you realize you can't roll over. So it's like stuff like that. But really, they did phenomenal.
Yeah.
There and back. But yeah, we got there Friday morning at like 7. So ahead, was it around? Because there's like hardly, it was just your pee stops.
Mm-hmm. And I pee a lot.
Yeah, but it took about like
11 hours.
What it said it was going to take, or a little less. So we had 3 full days there. And is this, I guess, where you want to talk about what, like just...
Yeah, so... If you don't know,
first time meeting the boys, aren't they as cute?
It was my first time meeting the boys. Obviously, they're very cute.
They're the most adorable triplet boys. Gosh.
If you're someone who doesn't have kids, or maybe only has one, and you aren't aware that like every kid has a distinct personality.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just witness triplets. They all have their distinct personality traits already, which is just fun to see. Like 3 kids that are the same age. But anyways, so yeah, my first time meeting the boys, seeing their new house.
Yep.
Beautiful house.
Beautiful new house.
Yes. So here, I'm trying to frame this correctly.
Chaotic.
It was chaotic, which we expected.
The boys, before we left, and like I knew this going in. Emmy has already been going through a little bit of a harder phase. I feel like everyone I've talked to, 3 years old seems like just a very challenging time. Lots of big feelings, also wanting independence, and they know that they can talk back. Mm-hmm. And it comes in waves. So we had like a really good spurt, and then we took her passy away at night. She started school. There was just some changes. Our routine has been off. Anyway, so she was already had been struggling a little bit. The boys have been getting their teeth, 3 teething babies at a time. Their sleep has been thrown off. John and Alyssa have been like traveling and stuff, so Alyssa's been alone a lot. So we knew going in that it was going to be a loud and chaotic.
That was totally expected.
Yeah.
You know, we had planned for that. You know,
we did not pack a single thing to go out of the house.
Yeah, no. We just wanted to spend time with them as a family's joint together, because Emmy's been talking about this for weeks.
She loves excited.
She loves babies.
Yeah.
So she just wanted to play. And all of that time went really well. Mm-hmm. Just normal 3-year-old things happen here and there.
Yeah. Wanting to help when there wasn't need for help or she couldn't help.
Emmy's clothes have been causing a problem. So we'll talk about that later. But what I wanted to mention with the boys is this. So yeah, like we said, at least 2 of them were teething, going through sleep regressions. Mm-hmm. Not, especially with like that first and second, like they're down to 2 naps.
Yeah, 2 naps. They had just moved down to 2 naps too. So it's like that weird, like they could really use a third sometimes.
Yeah, and Sutton's naps were like short.
Yeah, he kept waking up. So Liz was having to go up and help him back to sleep.
So they had a lot of stuff going on anyways. They're about to be 9 months, correct?
We are 9 months.
They're 9 months. Okay. So when you go when you go from 2 to 3 during the phase where you're pregnant or you're telling people that you're pregnant.
2 to 3 kids.
2 to 3 kids.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were talking about naps again.
Every dad out there says, "Oh, time for zone defense," and it's kind of like just a cliche thing to say now.
Yeah.
However, zone defense is never as like I've never visualized it as well as or like how do I want to say this? Having 3 kids the same age at that age, like zone defense was on show, I guess, or on display.
You had to see it firsthand.
As perfectly.
Because they're learning to crawl, they want to stand up on things, like not dangerous, but it's like where you really have to be.
Yeah. This is like there's zero independence with an infant because you have to do everything for them. But I'd argue that at this stage, they have some independence, but they're so wobbly and so.
When they also get bored.
And they get bored.
Yeah.
That you're just constantly you have to have eyes peeled on them. Almost all the time.
Yeah.
It's tough to let them just be there, especially with these boys because they feed off of each other too. I don't know if it's all kids feed off of each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Emmy and Avery do it like.
I was gonna say. I mean, it's
crazy.
If one kid starts crying, it overwhelms you. Like if you were the other kid.
Yeah.
So it's just a common thing. I mean, it happens with our girls all the time.
Yeah. Enlightening to see that kind of zone defense on 3 kids the same age because when we go through it, it's just gonna look way different.
Yeah.
Because Emmy's she can do a lot of stuff for herself if she decides she wants to. She learned how to put her shoes on by herself a year ago, and still she asked me with her slip-on. She's like
every once in a while,
yeah.
But that's the difference with having them all the same age versus different ages. Like there's jealousy, there's just like little regressions where it's like, oh, if they see, like when Avery was teething and whining more, looking back now, it's like in the times where the baby's struggling, typically at least in our experience, the toddler regresses.
Yeah.
And they want to act like a baby because they see that that's getting attention. Yeah, so it's like you're constantly trying to manage
it's just
these very different levels.
Different look.
But
it was very interesting to watch.
And watch it.
Them manage that. At dinner time was the perfect example because you have John and Lissa trying to eat. You have the 3 boys who are not eating solid.
Yeah, they're not
barely eating solids.
Yeah, they're on purees.
On purees and applesauce and stuff like that. So they're trying to scarf down and make their food and eat it, while these boys, you throw on your dancing fruit, but that only gets you so far.
Yeah.
And so one of them will start crying, and then you're like, okay, you're ready to try to go soothe them.
Yeah.
And then you get to that other one, and then boom, second one hits, and then boom, the third one hits, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
By the way, this is not a critique of any kind.
Oh my gosh, no, it's just like a reality. We had 5 kids under 4 in that house.
Yeah.
And Avery isn't that much older than them, but also when you're talking about an 18-month-old versus a 9-10-month-old, especially they're still being, because they were born 2 months early, so they're still on the adjusted. Anyway, that's the other thing you have to manage. It's like she wants to play with them and she was trying to hug them and stuff, and it's like they don't like that yet. So it's just 5 kids under 4 was hilarious and also stressful sometimes, but I think we did a great job managing it. They are crushing it.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. They're
crushing
it. That's another thing. that you mentioned when you visited them last time. With one, you kind of feel like you can, or doing one baby at a time, you have some more flexibility. But you said...
Yeah, you don't have that. You need structure with 3.
You have to have...
You have to have structure, or else you could have, especially in newborn stage, like 3 babies eating at all different times, 3 babies sleeping at all, like...
Yeah.
So...
You can't let that happen and still be...
That was my biggest thing. I'm like, wow, it's just a totally different experience because... rather like I had to I just fed on demand because that's what worked for us. Yeah. And had she had 1, that's probably what she would have done too. But it's like when you have 3, it's just a schedule, and it has to be a schedule, or else
you let things get off schedule and chaos, even more chaos. And
so they have done an amazing job with that, and continue to do an amazing job with that. Even with, I bet Sutton is going to end up in his own room. Fairly soon.
Because that was my next thing, is sleeping.
Yeah.
It seems
even though they still do a pretty good job.
They do a great job, those 3 kids. Yeah. Because from what John and Melissa said, they don't wake up as often as you would think from one of the babies crying.
No. Well, I think it's just because they're reality.
Fear. Yeah,
that's all they know.
Well, they've been doing it since they were in the NICU. That long. So they've been doing it for a long time. But yeah, that would be my biggest fear going into I know I'm having triplets. Like, when will I sleep? Because if they're not, if they're doing an hour at a time, or 2 hour wake windows, or 1 hour wake windows, or sleep windows, or whatever, when they're newborns, and you're feeding them, breastfeeding them by themselves. Like, when?
Oh yeah, that's a totally different ball game.
You sleep?
That's a totally different ball game. Yeah.
You'd be able to get 15 minutes at a time before putting them down.
No.
Yeah, it's just that was my biggest. That would have been my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Going into
multiples.
Triplets or multiples. Yeah.
But yeah, it is crazy. I mean, I think that is, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure early on, especially, that doctors recommend keeping them in the same room as one another. And it is crazy how even when I was visiting last time, and they were still sleeping much more naps during the day. So often one would wake up, if they would either put themselves back down and they never woke up the other 2, or if Liz did need to go up, it was a quick little thing, and then the other 2 were fine. Or if the other one did wake up, they got there. I think they're just used to being like, oh, there he is again.
Yeah, I guess.
Putting themselves back to bed.
Somehow.
They're definitely struggling with it more right now, once again, because teeth and just adjusting
you become a
schedule.
Bit lighter of a sleeper, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely.
When you get older.
Yeah. So that's their thing, is trying to figure out when they're going to split them up, not too soon, but not too late, but just when they realize more of the separation. Yeah. So they're trying to figure that out. Yeah. So totally different ball game. Both have their challenges, for sure.
So I got 2 more things I'll mention. Number 1, money. The amount of diapers.
Oh yeah. The
amount of formula. The fact that you can't just do hand-me-downs, because they all have to be clothed at the same time. So you have to buy
Yeah, with the hand-me-down things, we're just getting to the point with Avery where she can really do hand-me-downs.
I know, because of the seasons.
The season differences, and they grow out of things so fast. At least now we're almost to the point where it's 2T, they're in it for a year. Hand-me-downs are good in theory, but also if you have reflux kids...
It'll get different as we go.
Yeah, just changes.
As you get older, that becomes more of a thing. But either way, just the amount of diapers and formula that they say they go through, and what they spend
Think of how much money
on a weekly basis.
She saved by pumping as long as she did.
Yeah.
She saved them a ton of money by doing that.
I mean, if you're an oversupplier, then, good for you.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you got to supplement, right?
Oh, well, yeah, and their specific situation, because they were so small, they had to be on formula from the beginning to help them gain weight.
No, okay. Well, so...
But yeah, obviously, there's so many benefits to breast milk, though. And just the amount that she still pumped and still gave them.
It's shocking.
Saved a bunch of money with
also,
formula.
She told us how many ounces she had pumped.
Yeah, I forget.
Since they were born. 16,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I forget. I don't know.
Something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you sit back and think what women do, especially like a lot of women will breastfeed for like the first 6 months, first year. If you were to calculate all that
2 years
in the hours spent.
4 years. I saw a post yesterday that was like, if my baby, maybe we were talking about this, but I saw a post yesterday that said, if my baby can walk up to me and ask for milk, he's not getting
Yeah.
Like, but
that's the thing, like, to each their own, whatever you want to do does not affect me whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay, last thing I want to mention, this kind of hit me, I've thought about this, but it hit me the hardest, this is the difference between this and, you know, the normal scenario.
Yeah.
But, like, for John and Alyssa, this is probably
their
all
only experience.
They're not going to have any more. From
That's what I mean.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So this will be the only experience they have.
Yeah. So it's like you're learning.
So you're in one phase and you're out. Like with us, knowing we were going to try for many, yes, you're having those same phases, but in the back of your head's like, okay, I can experience this again with my next one or my next one, and you know, just the thought that so quickly they are going through each one.
Yeah.
Just, you know, another thing that I was thinking about when she brought out all those tubs of clothes. It's like, yeah, they're in that for a couple months, and then there's no use for it anymore. You know, they could donate to the family.
Yeah, she's doing
you know, whatever.
very
I know
sweet.
she's gonna do something, and she let us have so much.
She let us have a bunch. She kept a couple things for herself. She said she has some friends, like other friends close to them, and then like one of her sister-in-laws trying. So she's going to keep some things for that. But other than that, they're done with them.
It's like those, especially because they had preemies, they buy those tiny little outfits.
Yeah, but that's the other thing, though. I feel like that was one thing that she was saying. I know it was very hard for them with like their newborn phase lasted a lot longer because they were 2 months early.
Yeah, it did.
So the challenging part, and this is just what she told me, was like the whole having to wake them up at night for feedings lasted a lot longer. So that was very hard and demanding on her.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, she was like, I do kind of see it as a blessing because this is going to be my only experience with this.
Yeah.
So like she got an extended time with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was like, man,
different.
Like, because you know we've already gone through each of those phases with each of our girls, and we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
You know, they got. And
there are certain
times. It's just
times.
crazy how different it all is.
Yeah, there
Everyone's
are certain
experience
things.
is different. It was never more, you know, put on display than.
Yeah, it was just you got to see it side by side because we had the girls there with us.
Exactly.
Yeah. This would go for any situation, but there's like pros and cons to both. There are definitely certain things that I wish we didn't have to do multiple times to get like the family size that we want. But then at the same time, I'm so grateful because we have been through it before. It makes the hard times feel less hard, and I feel like you can actually sit back and truly enjoy it a little bit more because there's less pressure on yourself. Like you have just more trust in yourself and your abilities. But yeah, there are definitely some things I wish that we didn't have to like.
Oh, totally.
Do multiple times. It's like, especially with pregnancy alone. I'm like, Anyway, it was great. Emmy struggled. We were originally going to stay another day, but once again, they had just gotten a new house too. So, and like because the babies are still smaller, house wasn't like baby proofed or anything because it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the girls downstairs out of the playroom when they were sleeping was a little hard. And yeah, Emmy was just struggling. So we were like, and John was about to leave again. So I was like, let's give you a day just by yourselves.
Emmy's big thing right now, it was this way for a couple months. And then she took like, she had a really good period for a while.
Yeah.
Now she's back in it.
It's so fixated on clothes.
Yeah. But not, it's like she has, right now, she has her favorite shirt.
Which is so funny.
Shorts.
because it started off last time with she wanted to wear like long sleeves and long pants.
Everywhere.
And the two things that we got from TJ Maxx, which was like one of our worst outings ever when we did get those things.
That time. That was that time? Wow.
It was one of the worst outings we've had. But, you know, temporary, whatever. Now those are the two things that she is obsessed with.
Yeah, she only wears this blue.
They're little matching sets.
Or this, yeah. And they're the same. They're the same.
It's like
same
brand
shirt.
90 Degree.
By 90 Degree by...
Well, I don't know if it's by anybody. I don't know. I found them at TJ Maxx, but it's like...
I Googled it.
They're like little workout sets. It's a little like spandex tank top, and then the one is a skirt with like a skirt. The other one is shorts with like flowy shorts over
90
top.
Degree by Reflex.
Okay.
Is what the brand's called. But anyways.
We cannot find a replacement to this tank top, and naturally it got paint.
Yeah, she got paint on it at preschool.
Not washable.
And it's stained. We've tried a lot of stuff so far. We need to do, I don't know, but so, and she won't wear it because she thinks it's dirty. Mm-hmm. So
she wants to wear it without the paint, is what she says. And I'm like, well, I hear ya. I'm sorry.
So yeah, there was one day last week where we were going to swim lesson and you know, in the gym, and we had an outfit on or something, and then she just totally flipped out.
No, she wouldn't even get dressed.
She wouldn't get dressed.
I tried to put an outfit on her. She freaked out.
So Kelly needed a break.
I needed a break. I was over it.
I took her upstairs to her room. I said, hey, I laid out 4 outfits. Ones that she has worn many, many times.
She likes.
That she likes. I know she likes, but just not right now, apparently.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you can come out of this room whenever you want, but you have to do it with a shirt on. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. And I went out here and I sat a couple feet from her door while she was in there for hours.
Yeah.
She would not put a shirt on.
She didn't put a shirt on that entire day.
I know. Because she ended up curling up. She got her blanket out of her crib, curled up on her squishmallow, and took a nap by herself, which she needed because she has been overtired.
She works herself up very much also. When she gets those like really big feelings, she can't really bring herself out of it very easily, which is why we do a lot of breaks in her room, because it helps consolidate it and I think make it feel smaller for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, okay, well, I'm taking Avery.
Yeah, so she was in there for a while, doing her little whining. She stopped all the screaming. She was just whining and being
she repeats herself a lot.
Yeah, she says,
I want my blue tank, whatever it is that she's fixating on. She'll just repeat that a billion times.
Yeah,
and
she has the will. I tell this to everybody. She has the strongest willpower of anybody I've ever met. Yeah. In my whole life. I know that's a toddler thing, but
people at the child center who love them.
Yeah.
See them every day. But if I go in and specifically that day I went in, they're like, is Emmy not going to be here today? And I was like, nope, she's at home. She's really struggling today. Chris is there, whatever. And I was like, it's the clothes thing again, because we've been through this before.
Yeah, they know.
And Ashley was like, you're doing great. So she just is the strongest willed child that I've ever met.
Yeah. So
she's like, it's great. It's an amazing quality. Just in this age is very hard.
Yeah, so she took a nap. She was in her room from 8:45. She fell asleep at 10:30 maybe.
Something, yeah.
And then slept for an hour and a half. And then got out. At that point, you guys had gotten home. It was lunchtime. She hadn't eaten anything, so
she started fussing again.
She put on her princess dress, which she's also obsessed with right now. Which is a problem because yesterday we got her dressed in the morning. We were like, let's go. We got this. And then she said, I want to put on my Elsa. And she stripped down and put on her Elsa right before, 20 minutes before we need to leave for school. And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. Getting her back in her stuff wasn't too bad.
No.
So, anyways, it's just been like that. it's just her willpower. If she wants to do something.
Snaps for us, I think we do an amazing job. One being that we are going through firsts with her because she's our oldest. We've never been through a 3-year-old. You know, like, we're learning how to handle all of this along with her. And I think that we do a good job and we just have learned to do a good job and are still learning. Holding our boundaries, for the most part, staying calm, and doing a good job, like, letting her know that, you know, we're not mad at her, but it's also, like, unacceptable. Certain things are just unacceptable. So I think we've done a good job of giving her her space.
Yeah. I think
but also just holding the line on certain things.
The only thing I think we could do better, not the only thing, I'm sure we could do better across the board.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing I've noticed with myself and her is, in terms of the boundaries, like, if I tell her, you know, if you do that again, you know, we're not.
You've gotten better with the videos. You would say that too many times.
I give her way too many chances.
Yeah.
And so I think
she knows and will take.
I know. And that's why she asks so many times, because she's like, I'll get it eventually. I just need to keep asking. Let's see how good Kelly's cutting and editing skills are.
There's always something with these videos. That's okay, whatever.
You've mentioned that you want to get a different camera. Just for this kind of stuff. Yeah.
I need one that just is more suited for this.
Worth it update. The latest and last batch of the Worth It chews, so our
sour,
sweet then tart original, the big ones, and mini coated sour are
coming up on
their Best Buy date. Now, they are perfectly safe and good to eat many months after, but morally, I don't feel right selling them, at least at a full price, past their Best Buy date. So, what we are going to do is have a final sale of
big summer blowout.
Anyways, so this will be essentially the last time you can buy Worth It shoes.
Yeah. End of an era.
So we're going to do that next weekend, probably the 28th. Did I not just turn my sound off?
Must be me.
No, it's me. My silent was on before that, apparently. So, the Worth It Original Chews, final sale next week. The whole process of the sour chews did not go as we hoped it would.
There was a lot of things.
Very beginning, with the packaging.
Just manufacturing alone.
With the texture that we sampled and ended up getting being a little bit different.
Yeah. Which that answers the question as to why we're just like, it's too much of a risk right now. Like why we're not investing more money in more of them. Exactly. That's like not even a question for us right now.
So, I mean, in the future, maybe.
Yeah.
But for right now, this will be, you know, for the foreseeable future, our last batch. So if you want some, then will be your only opportunity.
Yeah.
Along with that, we are stopping the sale of all the other products that we have. All of the more niche, hard to find,
like rare
candies. That whole thing was a lot of fun, but it ended up
time consuming.
Yeah, it ended up not being successful for a few reasons. The pricing, which is my fault. I understand why some people price these so high now, because that's what you got to do to make money. And I just didn't. Morally, I felt like I set my cap on the profit margin. I'm not going to go higher than that. I don't feel right doing that. And
you didn't.
And I didn't. But at the same time, it wasn't enough.
The profit margin came down.
Yeah. I needed to hit a much higher volume. We needed to do a much higher volume of sales to be able to make enough money to stay afloat with that aspect of it. And to do that, I would have needed to invest much more time than was already being committed, which was a lot. So it was fun, but done.
Yep.
It's too hard
with our season.
With our current situation. Number 3, Gushies will still be around.
Yep.
I still enjoy making them, enjoy the process.
Enjoy eating them.
And people still
love them.
And people still enjoy them. I get messages all the time about the Gushies.
Yep.
And we've had people that have ordered hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth. So thank you to you, Isaac, Luke.
Yeah.
You two. But so we're gonna keep doing that. The aim is to be is still like a monthly or
I think monthly is
good.
good.
Season every other month.
Yeah.
Or every 2 every 3 months, something like that. And so we'll see how that goes. I just I think the Gushies are really good, and I think they're
great, and it fits our schedule to where you can dedicate, because it is still, and like even if you're only watching it on one Sunday, it consumes that whole week. Basically, all your free time, getting all the labels printed, all the stickers on everything, making everything, like all of it. Like it's a lot on him.
It's a lot, which I enjoy doing. So it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like work, the whole thing. But it still takes time away from other things, which we can't be doing a lot of right now.
Yeah.
So those will be. We're gonna do a launch next week with the, shoes going on sale. So look out for that. And then also Puppy Chow. So we did Puppy Chow for a few months last year. It's a very much a fall and winter thing. And we're bringing them back. I get DMs about them often. Snickerdoodle, Reindeer Chow, which is like the pretzels. M&Ms.
Delicious.
I put like little mini Reese cups in them one time last year. And then
strawberry shortcake.
And then maybe some new ones. I have a bunch of fun ideas. Like the lemon one I thought was pretty good.
Lemon one was so good.
But that was hard to make.
Yeah.
So either way, those are coming back probably in a few weeks. Maybe when we do our next Gushies launch in October, we'll have those ready for people. So there's a Worth It update. If you want some of the candy now or whenever they launch, probably Sunday or Saturday, will be the last chance to get them.
Yep.
So, any questions? So that's all I got. You want anything to add to that?
No. This is our second time recording this because it stopped recording naturally. Just that. I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't think it's worth talking about. No, nothing to add.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say, but I agree.
Nothing to add.
We could ramble on this for a long time.
Yeah, no, I do think it would be fun eventually to do like a full debrief of just all of it.
Yeah, that would be.
Because I think it would be
a whole episode.
Yeah, just
a couple episodes about it.
A kind of like a deep dive into it. So
why it didn't work as we
things
thought it
that
would.
Went well, things that
bad decisions we made, very big mistakes.
Bad timing of things. There's so many factors that go into it. So I think that would be fun eventually, but if we start talking about it, it will be hard to reel it in. So we'll just move on.
That for another time. Pretty much the last thing, and then like a 2-minute book club thing.
Okay.
I don't
even know what that will be about.
I know. I don't think you're going to read this book. The book.
Oh,
of this
is
month.
it a scary one?
Okay.
We'll talk about it after.
So, okay. I think most of the people who are on social media would agree that right now is a pretty dark, negative,
heavy,
pessimistic, heavy time.
Yeah.
It culminated. Did I say culminated?
Yes.
Culminated with the political assassination this week.
Yeah. Last week, yeah.
Which, just the fact that it was filmed in so many angles that can be put out to millions and billions
you
of people.
didn't know what you were seeing until you had already seen it.
Kelly came up and showed me, and I mean it will ruin no matter who it is. Okay,
Yeah.
Number one, I was a fan of Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. I didn't agree with everything that he said.
Yeah. Nor should you.
Nor should you.
You shouldn't 100% agree with anybody.
Exactly. But there's a bunch of takes that I really enjoyed from him. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of takes that I thought, ugh. But what I can respect is that he is a person that had, which he showed, a lot of research went into all of the decisions he made on his takes. So you can respect that while you disagree. The fact that he was open to respectful public discourse was something you don't see very
hard
often
to find now.
So what has become so prevalent today, which is a new age term, at least I think it's new age, maybe it's been around for a while, is the echo chamber.
Yeah.
You've heard this, right?
It's very much so because of social media.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with these algorithms that they're using now, you find yourself, unless you actively try to go outside of it, finding yourself in these places where you're only interacting with people you agree with, which is dangerous, I think.
It's very dangerous.
Because when everyone, especially with the way people talk about each other nowadays.
Yeah, which we've talked about this in previous videos. Just the way that people communicate in general is so horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it's just that is the biggest reason for me.
It's perpetuating the problem.
I feel this is such a dark time because of the way people treat each other.
Yeah.
Now, in person, you never know. But we live in an online society now.
Yep.
So the way people treat each other online, like the statement, I'm sure some people have seen this before. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. If two people are having an argument or a debate, like written out via text or something, and they say something in a snarky attitude, and then they end it with, "Hope this helps." Oh. That thing that just grinds my gears.
Yeah, just the sarcasm.
Passive aggressive. Ugh. Yeah, that kind of sarcasm grinds my gears. Yeah. Anyways, so whatever you think of Charlie Kirk, you have the right to think of it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to change your mind on that. That's not the point of this.
No.
Something bad happened. But we can't control that. We can only control
our reaction
and what we do
moving forward. Yeah.
And if you're a parent, what your family does.
Yeah. Which we've been talking about this a lot. And I know we had a specific conversation last night, which I feel like goes right into this. Was like, I have been very clear. I don't love scrolling on social media, not because it's not easy to do, but because I just don't think it's a healthy thing to do. And I have found myself more recently getting pulled back into it. And it is so apparent how I think it would be so easy for anyone, but especially young kids, with the echo chamber. It's not only get sucked into just being on your phone more than you should be, but two, then only hearing, the same thing over and over again. And without even trying, you start to not become an extremist, but even in the fitness space. Before kids, when I was on social media all the time for just fitness, you just have a totally different view of the world because you're seeing such a small portion of it, but you think that's that's your whole world. So I can see how easy it would be for people to fall onto an extreme literally without trying, because that's all you're seeing. You become passionate about it because you see other people get passionate about it. And I saw a post from a mom who was just like, I don't care what your beliefs are, what political side you're on, whatever it is, get your kids, I know she's been dreaming over there. get your kids off their phones right now, because they should not think that this is normal. They should not think that this kind of behavior, this kind of communication with one another is normal. And it's like, I don't know, I saw that and I'm like, it just resonated a lot with me. Because it is very easy to see things in the world as being, just see all the negative.
Yeah. So that was actually, I'll say this now, the 2 of 3 points was stop scrolling.
Yeah.
So for my experience, after, this happened, after something major happens, especially if it's a negative thing, like it doesn't even have to be major. Like when Ohio State loses a football game to Michigan, I do this too. I go online and I scroll thinking that I'm going to see something that's going to help make me feel better. That doesn't exist. I mean, maybe you can find a happy video that might make you feel better for a little bit, but I don't think the scrolling is going to help you find something that's going to make you actually feel better. So again, doesn't work. I know you've heard this term dopamine hits, and while I don't fully understand, the endocrine system with dopamine and stuff, I can see what they mean by that. But yeah, and like you said again, you fall on these echo chambers, and the even worse part about it is not only are these echo chambers only hearing opinions from one side. Also, you take into account you add on, not only you're in this echo chamber, but you're dealing with people that, what do I want to say? It's like the way people talk to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like all these things combined. So now, not only are you only hearing these opinions from the same people, you're hearing these opinions from people who talk crap
very
and negatively about the other side.
Yeah.
And no wonder.
Yeah, you can very quickly see how the division is just insane.
You go online, you spend a bit of time on a political. This is more than just politics, by the way, but the politics is the most.
Well, I just think that's what's been in the media so much.
And so you go on there for a little while and you see why there's this hatred for each other.
Is she stuck?
I mean, Logan's right there. You good?
I think she's stuck.
Stop scrolling. Stop trying, or actively seek out, some differing opinions to try to make your way out of this echo chamber.
I think not even online. I think talking to people.
We all need to spend less time on the internet regardless.
Yeah, but I'm talking with your family members and just it's okay to have differing beliefs.
Yeah. So also listen to this.
Yeah, listening, all ears.
Hold on.
Oh gosh, what is this going to be? We're not talking about Snickers again.
People that are. What is it again?
We watched Pocahontas.
We watched Pocahontas yesterday, and holy crap!
He was like, everybody needs to listen to this song.
They do.
All I know
of the Wind. Go listen to it right now, and listen to these lyrics. Listen to these. Okay. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. Now, is that more relevant than today? Both sides of the aisle, people, listen. It doesn't matter. Because it's funny enough, I saw a person make this claim, who said he basically lip synced these lyrics in a TikTok video. And I looked at the comments. It's amazing. Both sides of the political spectrum are saying the left needs to hear this. The right needs to hear it. It's
no, yeah, you both do.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew
you never knew.
You don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. The only way to learn about them is to learn from other people. Mm-hmm. And explore different experiences. So I just think that quote right there is needed to be heard by everybody right now.
Yeah.
Because, man, you can't... I don't know. It's just so disheartening seeing these people treat people they've never met with such disdain. And I just can't stand it because it sucks. But anything else you want to say about this? Because my second point, besides stop scrolling, get off social media for a while, it was to keep kids away. Well, I think you did a good job touching on that. I just wanted to add.
Yeah.
The teenagers right now who grew up online are so desensitized to this,
this kind of behavior,
violence in general.
Well, school shootings, school all of it. They hear about it all the time. It's just, it's so sad.
World Star. You know World Star? Mm-mm. It's like I don't know what exactly it is, but I think it's what I know it is, it's like a YouTube channel or some kind of channel, social media thing that all they do is post like fights. That's why when two people are fighting, someone yells "World Star." But I'm just saying, they get desensitized by these things.
Yeah,
it's just so disheartening seeing that. Like
just desensitized to violence.
But yeah, you see someone die on screen, mm-hmm. and you're immediate someone like I know I've never met Charlie Kirk, mm-hmm. but I know of him. I've seen his face a lot.
Yeah, whether you were seeking it out or not, it was on the trending pages a lot.
And if you see someone die of violently,
because of their opinions,
that doesn't alter mm-hmm. your day.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a serious problem when those kids get to adulthood, in forming meaningful relationships with each other. Mm-hmm. It's just plus the way girls and boys, men and women talk about each other nowadays. Anyways, I'm just glad we got married young, so I don't have to do any of that right now.
Yeah.
For other reasons as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah. Stop scrolling, keep your kids away. And now we don't do this often. We've never done this. We don't talk about religion.
Oh.
But I have a Bible verse. And it's not the obviously the verse itself is, where this comes from. But I also have a quote by this guy. I think he's a pastor actually that I found on TikTok the other day. So it's Luke 6:27-28. But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who mistreat you. Okay? So that's the verse. What this guy said about that is, because someone made a video that he replied to talking about it's okay and it's actually encouraged not to have empathy or sympathy towards somebody who doesn't have empathy or sympathy towards you. He's basically saying it's okay to hate people who hate you, or it's okay to, not care if someone dies if they don't like you, which sounds, I'm sure it makes sense. It would make sense to a lot of people, but to that, this guy says, what credit is it to you that you only love those who love you, mm-hmm. or that you only do good to those who do good to you? Mm-hmm. Seriously, think about that.
Yeah.
Evil people love those who love them. Truly evil people will do good for people who do good for them. But what kind of person does it take to love those who hate you? Mm-hmm. Love those, or do good for those who, do harm to you? Mm-hmm. The turn the other cheek thing. And he goes on to say, love your enemies, do good, and expect nothing in return. And I think, and be merciful. Mm-hmm. But I think those two things, love your enemies and do good and expect nothing in return, are two things that everybody could implement implement into their life. And you don't have to be extreme about it.
Yeah.
But like, in a general sense.
Yeah. Doing good things, good deeds, good whatever, without any strings attached is something that I think has gotten very far away.
It has.
In our society. That's why I love like the little things with like the pay it forward. Like if you're going to get a coffee every once in a while, you have no idea who's behind you, but I guarantee it will make their day or add to their day, whatever. Yeah. It's like, one, in like the selfish way, it makes you feel good. You did a good deed. I feel like, I don't know how you could do that and not feel better. Yeah. And yeah, you're doing something kind for a complete stranger, and it might be the person who really needed it. Yeah. Could have been us going through.
You'll never know, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's like little stuff like that.
I just guarantee that if you go about your day with that intent of, you're going to be scrolling on social media, you're going to see something that you disagree with, and your heart's going to tell you, oh, this is a bad person. Love that person. Pray for that person. If you think it's truly
the thing
bad.
That I always think about is like, and I've always thought about this. You just think about why you believe and act the way you do. Like we've all had significant life events that have happened that have formed us into who we are, informed our beliefs and everything into who we are. And some of those can be like really like life-changing events that have happened that have changed our opinions on things, whether that's politically, how you vote, how like in so many different ways, or just how you live your day-to-day life. Yeah. And it's like, if you can acknowledge that and recognize that in yourself, how can you not also look at someone else? And even if you don't agree with anything, be like, I bet you they have gone through stuff that has led them to this. Totally. Even though I might not understand it.
Goes right back to the song.
Yeah. It gives me chills to think about, because like I think a lot about, there are specific things that, I mean, they're like so pinpointed in my head from my childhood or my growing up, or even, since we've been married. There are things that have happened that are just like such pivotal moments that affect your decision making and your thought process moving forward forever. Yeah. Until another thing happens. Yeah. And it's like if you have all of these strong beliefs and there's these deep reasons why, there's other people, so even if you don't understand it, empathize with the fact that they probably went through some shit. Yeah. That made them think that way, act that way, whatever. So going back to your point of like, you don't have to understand it, you don't have to like it, but you can love that person still, pray for that person, whatever. Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing, and this plays into, you can apply this to a lot of things, but if you want to end hate, you have to stop hating. Yeah. Yeah, it
starts with you. Yeah. When just going about your day, like what you were saying with, just like the acts of kindness and all the little things. If you go into your day with a more positive outlook on yourself and the world, you're going to live a totally different life.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have better experiences. You're probably going to, have a whole different, more positive friend group surrounding whatever. Like you attract what you're putting out there. Yeah. So make it something good. Yep.
Tell me something good. Wait, hold on. Let me do my...
Also, on a totally random note, how crazy is it that I am almost in my third trimester?
That was the other thing that we were going to talk about, that we talked about
last night.
We talked about last night that we were going to talk about today. Yeah. That I forgot.
That's okay.
In the 15 minutes that it took me to.
Yeah, that's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm very pregnant. He's moving a bunch. Chris is starting to get more excited.
Oh yeah, I had my first real sense of like most of the feelings I've had towards this baby after like the initial excitement of finding out what's going on, or maybe maybe there
A
wasn't
little
much
shock.
of that. Maybe it was just shock and anxiety from the start. Has been anxiousness.
Yeah.
And nervousness and
Because we've been through it twice before.
yeah.
You know what it looks like.
And
you know the reality of it.
It's just like the sense of not knowing.
Change in routine.
Yeah, we've had so many routines change.
Yeah, and they will continue.
And they will continue. I know this.
With or without a baby.
But like, it just feels like right when you start finding something that works.
Yeah.
Wrench.
Yeah.
So, and I know you will get through it.
Yeah.
That's non-negotiable. You have to do.
We were talking about it last night, and it was like very interesting because I knew that in the beginning you had more of that, but then I thought that it had shifted more. I was unaware that you were still.
It had cooled down.
But he is also very much, and always has been, he does not get excited for something until it is happening.
Yeah. Or right about to happen.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna plan a little getaway before the baby comes for a weekend, and yeah, we'll plan it. I might get a tiny peak of excitement right when like planning happens, but I don't get excited until
packing up to leave.
We get on the plane, because there's always something that can go wrong, and I don't want to get too high because I'm always thinking about things. Like I don't mind. Like just like a quick example, sore. I don't mind going on planes. Like I don't love it. I don't hate it. Planes it's just a necessary kind of thing that you have to do. But I think personally I get I psych myself out of some things. Like when I'm getting on the plane.
Where are you going with this?
I want to know if this is relatable or not. So like my anxiousness for things, or it's not even really, I guess anxiousness is like the closest thing. I have one point in the future that I'm anxious for. And once I hit that point, I find my next thing.
Oh,
so like,
I see.
For example, with planes, it is this. Like
no delay?
No, I don't mind. I don't care
Okay.
about that. It's, all right, we got to park. Okay, good, we found parking. Let's get through the security. Okay, we're good. Like, the anxiousness comes in like, oh, is my ID.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's you're a checklist guy in that, and it's like you don't even start thinking about the next thing until you're already through it. Yeah.
It's like, oh, baggage. Like, okay, do I have any bombs that I'm not aware of in there? Okay, good, we're through there. All right, let's find the gate. We're at the gate. That's not where it ends. It's like, okay, when are we boarding? What time are we boarding? The biggest one that I have, I think, is, am I going to be good with am I going to be able to find overhead space?
Yeah, for your bag.
Where am I sitting? Who's sitting next to me?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to pee a bunch on this flight? And then once we like get all the way down, and then it's like, all right, did they lose my bag? Like, and these are all like mini, like it's not like, I'm not like overwhelmed with anxiety. It's just always in the back of my head. Like, I can't like fully relax until
you're there.
Is our room going to be good?
It's so interesting. We've never had an issue with our room.
I know. But like, that's just the thing. I can't control it. It just happens. But so that's part of the reason why I don't get excited until it's happening. Real quick, book club. We were off. We were bad for a while. My fault. We got to a romantasy book, which I don't love, and I still haven't read it, and I was just really bad. Kelly read 10 books of the series before I had the chance, before I cracked open the one. So we were off. I was bad for a while because I felt bad. But we picked a new book for September, and
no, I won't read this one.
No, she's not going to read this one out of protest and because of the genre.
Not protest, the genre.
Okay, so this month's book club, September, and I'm going to try my best to pick a new one for October, which we're getting into spooky season, so might be a horror.
I thought that's what this is.
No, I said it's a thriller.
Same thing.
No, that's not. No, it's not. Okay, this is a thriller, I think. Yeah, it says, thriller. Pretty Girls Pretty Girls is the book. It's a very well-known thriller book. It's got 650,000 reviews on Goodreads by maybe my favorite author name of all time, especially for this genre. Her name is Karen Slaughter. I think that is a great name
horror.
for a thriller writer. Maybe horror. I don't know. This is saying thriller.
You guys, I don't like anything
psychological
scary.
Thriller.
I want nothing to do with anything scary. Yeah. Halloween is my least favorite holiday.
Yeah. So anyways, I saw actually, you say that. I saw someone make a statement that Hobby Lobby never does Halloween. Is that true?
I mean, there is Halloween sections, but no, they go from like their Thanksgiving decorations to Christmas. Like fall decorations to Christmas. They have Halloween sections.
Like you can buy like a ghost?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking.
There are many sections.
You can't believe everything you read and hear on the internet.
Yeah, no, Hobby Lobby has it all. They have it all.
Okay.
But yeah, no, in terms of like when you walk in, their big display over to, at least in our store, over to the left, it goes from like fall and Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Okay. So yeah, anyways. Karen Slaughter, Pretty Girls, October or September read, thriller, highly rated. The audiobook, I've had this book for a while, I just hadn't read it yet. The audiobook is available on Libby, so I borrowed it. And yeah, written in 2015, so 10 years old.
Nice.
Anyways, that's all we got.
That's all we got.
Worth it next week, or the 28th, probably. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Or if you have any issue with what we said earlier. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right.